Hi everybody, and welcome to our first group meeting. I'm very happy that you guys all made it here on time. This is going to be our first of 8 sessions together. And my name is Mr. Sevey, as you guys have all met me before. I've been doing this for 22 years now, so you're not the first group.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, but the group that you guys are all here for, as we discussed already, is about social skills development. And basically we're going to explore our, social skills strengths that we all have together. And we're going to use those social strengths to come up with some ideas on how to overcome some common problems that high school students in 9th grade, as you guys all are in, are going to face. Things like peer pressure and boundary setting. But first, we need to all get to know each other. I all know you, but we need to have a little activity here to get to know one another. And so what I have on the table here are some cards. And what I'd like you to do the first time around, I want you to go ahead and introduce your name and give us one fun fact about yourself. And then after that, go ahead and read the card and then give us an answer to an if statement. And then we might revisit this again at the very beginning of our next session. Is everybody clear on this? Let me start us off to get us going. So what I would do is I'm going to pick this card up. I'm going to tell you my name, Mr. Sevey. I'm going to tell you one fun fact about myself, and that is I love playing tennis. In fact, I'm even the assistant girls coach on the tennis team here at the high school. Okay?
Can I be in your team?
You're in.
All right. Okay.
All right, so here's the if question. It says, if you could watch your favorite TV show now, what would it be? Let's see. Well, I'm old school, so my favorite show was always Seinfeld. I always thought it was very funny. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, introduce your name, fun fact about yourself, and read our card.
Starting from me?
Starting with you.
Ay, Dios mío. Okay. I'm Elizabeth. I like to build computers. I'm a nerd. And if you had to be allergic to something, what would it be? Boys.
Okay.
All right. My name is Erica. My favorite sport is soccer. And if you could change anything about yourself, what would you change? I'm really shy.
Okay, well,
I would change that.
good.
My name is Courtney, and one fun fact about myself is that I am a Kings fan, and I watch the Kings hockey. And my question is, if you could talk to anyone in the world, who would it be? I would say, did it have to be dead or alive?
Could be anybody.
I'd talk with my great-grandma.
Oh, okay.
I miss her.
All right, my name is Joy. My fun fact is that I like history. And if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? I would go, there's a lot of places I would like to go. How about Australia? Look at Australia.
Okay. My name is Amanda. A fun fact about me is that I like to cook. And my card says, if you sat down next to Donald Trump on a bus, what would you talk about? I would ask him, I guess, why he decided to run for president in the first place.
That's a good one. All right, well, what do you guys think the purpose of an activity like this is? What do you guys think?
To get to know each other.
You got it, to get to know each other. And this is just the beginning. As we go forward in these sessions, we're actually going to be able to feel comfortable enough to be able to talk about, certain aspects of our life that actually might be private, which actually is going to get to my next thing, and that is, in a group setting like this, it's very important that I tell you about confidentiality. You guys know what confidentiality is? All right, so it's very important in a group setting that whatever we discuss here, kind of stays here. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that idea? Yeah. So, what do you guys think would be a consequence? Let's say if we find out that somebody in here says something that we discussed in our group that was private, and we already agreed that it would be private. What if we find out that a person actually says and discusses things that we have in group outside? What should we do? What do you guys think? What would be a consequence?
Well, they should have to, like, admit it to the group and then say sorry to the person, because it's, if we all agree that there's confidentiality and we're not supposed to talk about it outside of the group, then they should have to apologize for doing that.
Okay. What do you guys think? You guys agree?
Yes, and the people won't be comfortable sharing otherwise.
Exactly. And you know, part of the group experience is to make sure that we feel comfortable and that we feel like our answers and everything else that we give here is going to be confidential. Otherwise, would anybody talk? No. What else? Do you think that is that good enough for a consequence?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to get us to our next goal in this session, and that is to make up some group norms and some group rules. So first one we're going to put down is confidentiality. What do you guys think? What's said in the group is going to stay in the group. So we'll make that our first rule. I want you guys, I have a piece of butcher paper here, and I have a pen right here. And what I want you guys to do is to come up with, let's say, a few what you think would be important rules and norms for our group to abide by. What do you guys think? All right, so I'm going to spread this out, and I'm going to ask one of you, if you wouldn't mind being the Amanda, would you mind being our scribe? Okay, so the first one we want to put down is, what do you guys want to put down first? What was our first rule that we agreed to?
Confidentiality.
Okay, so confidentiality.
I think something that's also important is that we support each other in the group. That we.
What do you guys think? You guys agree?
Yes.
Support? Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons that we're in this group right here, is to make sure that we're supportive of one another's ideas and we value their ideas. Anything else?
How about be on time to the meeting?
Okay, be on time sounds good to me.
No cell phone.
Oh,
the time.
you just stole mine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why do you think we want why no cell phones?
It can be distracting.
Disruptive.
Okay, disruptive. Any other reasons why we might want to have no cell phones allowed while we're out in group?
Well, it's not respectful if we're not listening to what everybody else is saying.
Be respectful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we also don't want to be taking any film while we're in group or
Oh, yeah.
pictures.
That goes back to that one, the
Yeah,
confidentiality.
so one reason we're going to put our cell phones away is to make sure that everything in here remains confidential. Can you guys come up with anything else that you guys like to add to our group rules and norms? No? Okay, I think this is a good step right here, and I think if we can all abide by these rules and norms, I think we're going to have a very productive and group experience here. You know what we'll do is that we'll go ahead before each session, we'll go ahead and review our group norm just to make sure that we still all agree and just to remind ourselves. What do you guys think?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's put this guy aside. Well, oh, you know what I want you guys to do too? I want you guys to go ahead and trace your hand and go ahead and put your name inside your handprint as a way to show that you guys agree with each one of these norms. So go ahead and trace your hand.
I feel like a kindergarten.
Perfect. Let me stick this aside for now. All right, well, that concludes our session for today. It was just a very simple get-to-know-you experience, kind of go over what the group was going to be about, some of the topics that we're going to be covering. Before we close it out, do you guys have any questions that you would like to ask about the group experience? Anything that any expectations that you guys might have of the group experience? You guys?
When is our next meeting?
Our next meeting, that's a good question. So we are going to meet at the same time, at the same place, once a week. And we're going to do this for 8 weeks in a row. Sound good for everybody? Do you guys have any other questions that you guys would like to ask? No, well, I really enjoyed working with you and getting to know you. And as we, experience more sessions, we're going to get to work together and get to know each other even more. By the time this is all done, you guys are all going to be very good friends. All right? All right, well, you guys, it's lunchtime, so let's go. Thank you.
Thank you.